Hi everyone. After learning the first three theorems of pair of straight lines and some related concepts of auxiliary equation, sum and product of slopes, and the nature of lines, now we can easily solve the remaining examples from first exercise. Okay, so today we will solve the examples related to this first part of pair of straight lines. Let us see example number 1, which is related to the combined equation of pair of lines. Find the separate equations of x square plus 2 cosec alpha x y cosec alpha xy plus y square equal to 0. We have learned the auxiliary equation of pair of lines, so we can use here the concept of auxiliary equation so that we can easily convert this equation, quadratic equation, in two variables. This combined equation of pair of lines is nothing but the quadratic equation in two variables. Its general form is ax square plus 2hxy plus by square, where these two lines passing through origin. So this is quadratic equation in two variables, x and y. So convert this equation into single variable so that we get equation as dividing by x square, we get a plus twice hm plus bm square equal to 0. That is bm square plus 2hm plus a equal to 0. This is the auxiliary equation of this equation. Both equations are identical or of the same pair of lines passing through origin, but this equation is in terms of x and y, and this is in variable m. This m is nothing but the slope of lines whose combined equation is this. Okay, so both are equal. Here convert this equation into this auxiliary equation. So the auxiliary equation of this equation, given equation, is the auxiliary equation of given equation is, this is the required part, equation is, so instead of y, bm square, here by square is here, and in auxiliary equation we get bm square. So you can remember in the given combined equation by square term is at the last, and in auxiliary equation we will start from here. So that is, now value of b is here 1, so we get y square plus 2 cosec alpha m, sorry, instead of y I have to write here m square plus 2 cosec alpha m plus 1 equal to 0. Now this is quadratic equation in m. Now it is not easy to find the factors here, so we will use now formula method, and for that formula method we require the values of a, b, c. Compare this equation with, even a standard quadratic equation is ax square plus bx plus c equal to 0, and its roots are x is equal to minus b plus minus under root b square minus 4ac upon twice a. That is the part of our information or knowledge. Okay, now therefore we will use this concept here. Here quadratic equation is in variable m, so we will write its roots as m. This m is nothing but the general root or one of the two roots of this, and that will be by formula minus b. Now here if you compare this equation with this, then the small abc, actual these a, b, h are different and these a, b, c are different. So we will use these values here. So here as a quadratic equation, here small a is equal to 1, or we will, let us compare this with capital. You can take small values or capital values. Capital A equal to this, capital B is equal to 2 cosec alpha, and capital C is equal to 1. So this m equal to, let us use formula minus b plus minus under root b square minus 4ac upon twice a. So it will gives us minus b means minus 2 cosec alpha plus minus under root b square means 4 cosec square alpha minus 4ac. A and c are both are 1, so we get minus 4. 4 divided by twice a is again 1, so we get 2. From this root we can take outside 2 because under root 4 is there, we can take 2. That 2, these 2 and these 2 get cancelled, so remains minus cos alpha, minus cosec alpha plus minus under root cosec square minus 1. And this cosec square minus 1 is nothing but cot square. This square and root get cancelled, remains only cot alpha. So it is minus cosec alpha plus minus cot alpha. These are the values of m. Two values of m are here. So the different values of m or the slopes of two lines whose combined equation is given. Those slopes are nothing but m1 equal to minus cosec alpha plus cot alpha. We can write it as cot alpha minus cosec alpha because cosec alpha is always negative here. Cot alpha is positive negative. So here m2 is equal to, now take minus cot alpha minus cosec alpha. Okay, so those are the values of m1 and m2. So the separate equations, because m1 and m2 are the slopes of two lines given by this, you can write, you can suppose m1 and m2 are slopes of two lines. Therefore the separate equations of two lines are y equal to m1x and y equal to m2x. What is m1 here? m1 is this cot alpha minus cosec alpha, so it is cot alpha minus cosec alpha x. So take this x term to the left, so we get, taking this term to the left, obviously signs will get changed, so this negative become positive, positive become negative, so we will write it as cosec alpha minus cot alpha out of bracket x, this plus y as it is. This is the first line in the form ax plus by equal to 0. Let us write second one, that is y equal to, what is m2? m2 is this, both are negative, that is minus cot alpha minus cosec alpha out of bracket x. So both these will become positive whenever we will take to the left. Here we have taken positive sign for cosec, so we will write once again cosec first. So cosec alpha plus cot alpha out of bracket x, we are taking this to the left, so this is positive plus y equal to 0. Sorry, here is, we are taking this to the left. Okay, so it is cosec alpha minus cot alpha plus y, and this will be both positive plus y equal to 0. So these are the separate equations of this equation. But if you try to get factors while solving this quadratic equation, it will become difficult to find the factors as cosec alpha minus cot and cosec alpha plus cot. So this one become easy if you use the auxiliary equation of this combined equation of pair of lines. Okay, now let us see example number 2. Let us see example number 2. Find the equation of pair of lines passing through the origin and perpendicular to the lines. This equation is given. In this example, the combined equation is given, and also we have to find the equation of pair of lines. Means we want again the combined equation. But these two lines are different and these two lines are different. These are lines. Obviously, this is again homogeneous equation of second degree. So it represents two lines passing through origin. Means initially here, in this case, two lines are given. Let us suppose these as lines U and V. This is the combined equation of these two lines. But here we want to find the equation of pair of lines passing through origin and perpendicular to these two lines. So one line perpendicular to you, it will be like this. Let us this is line U dash, which is perpendicular to line U, and another line perpendicular to V, that is V dash, and it is perpendicular to this. So these are the two lines which are perpendicular to these two lines and passing through origin. The equation, combined equation of these two lines is given, and we have to find the combined equation of U dash and V dash. Okay. So this is UV equal to 0, and we want to find U dash V dash equal to 0. This is UV equal to this. Okay. Let us see the solution. There are two methods to find the equation of such two lines. Let us use one of them. Let M1 and M2 be the slopes of two lines given by that equation, that is 5x square minus 8xy plus 3y square equal to 0. Therefore, M1 plus M2 sum of slopes is minus 2h upon b. So it is, here we get it is equal to minus 2h is minus 8 plus 2h is minus 8. So minus 2h is plus 8 upon b, that is 3, and M1 M2 is equal to a upon b. A is 5, b is 3. It is 5 upon 3. So this is M1 plus M2 and M1 M2. As M1 and M2 are known, and M1 and M2 are the slopes of these two lines, here the slopes of the lines perpendicular to these two lines, perpendicular to lines represented by 5x square minus 8xy plus 3y square equal to 0. The slopes of the lines perpendicular to the lines are minus 1 upon M1 and minus 1 upon M2, because M1 is the slope of first line and M2 is the slope of second line. So slopes of perpendicular lines will be minus 1 upon M1 and minus 1 upon M2. These lines pass through origin. Therefore, their equations are y equal to minus 1 upon M1x and y equal to minus 1 upon M2x. Just simplify this, we get M1 y equal to minus x. Therefore, we get x plus M1 y equal to 0. Okay, and the second one, taking M2 to the left, again this is minus x, take to the left, it will become positive, x plus M2y equal to 0. So these are the equations of two lines which are perpendicular to these two lines having slopes minus 1 upon M1 and minus 1 upon M2, but those slopes are written in the form of these M1 and M2. Okay, so their combined equation will be, therefore their combined equation is x plus M1y into x plus M2y equal to 0. Therefore, x square plus M1 plus M2y, not y only, xy plus m1 m2 y square equal to 0. This is the combined equation of two lines which are perpendicular to the lines having slopes m1 and m2. If m1 and m2 are the slopes of two lines, then their equation will be y minus m1x into y minus m2x, that is equal to 0. If you take the product, that will be y square minus m1 plus m2 xy plus m1 m2 x square equal to 0. What is the change here? Observe these two equations. This one here starts from y square, this starts with x square. Here is minus sign, here is plus sign, and m1 m2 same. Instead of x square we get y square. Okay, so if you able to write the combined equation of the pair of lines, which are perpendicular to the given two lines having slopes m1 and m2. These m1 and m2 are the slopes of given two lines, and minus 1 upon m1 and minus 1 upon m2 are slopes of the perpendicular lines. So we get this. Now at this stage we can use the same values of m1 plus m2 here. That will be 8 by 3. So we get x square plus 8 by 3 xy plus m1 m2 is 5 by 3 into y square equal to 0. So multiply both sides by 3, we get 3x square plus 8xy plus 5y square equal to 0. And this is the combined equation uv equal to 0. U dash v dash equal to 0. So this is given equation and this is the required equation. What is the change here? If you observe the question or combined equation given, and this is combined equation that we have to find. What is the change here? Instead of coefficient 5, we get here 3, and coefficient of y square is 3. Here we have coefficient of y square as 5. The middle term is minus 8, changed with plus 8. So let us see some examples. Is it okay now? We can solve this example in another way also. Let us see that second way first, then we take more examples. I will give the hint for that only. Here the combined equation is given 5x square minus 8xy plus 3y square equal to 0. That will be, we can find the factors of this, so that we get 5x square minus 5xy minus 3xy plus 3y square equal to 0. So that we get factors here, 5x in bracket x minus y minus 3y in bracket x minus y equal to 0. So x minus y equal to 0 and 5x minus 3y equal to 0. That means in this first step we have separated these two lines. Now we get slope of this line as 1, m1 equal to 1, m2 equal to 5 by 3. From that the slopes of perpendicular lines will be, suppose m1 dash equal to minus 1 and m2 dash equal to minus 3 by 5. Then use these equations here, y1 equal to or y equal to m1 dash x and y equal to m2 dash x. Then find y equal to minus x, y equal to minus 3 by 5x. This is x plus y equal to 0, and this will be 3x plus 5y equal to 0. Take the multiplication of these two lines, means here combined equation is given. We have separated these two lines. From these two lines we have found the equations of two perpendicular lines. Again we get separated lines. Take the multiplication of these two. 3x into x is 3x square. This is 5xy plus 3xy is 8xy, and y into 5y is 5y square. Then again from that separate equations find their combined equation. Means it is like combined equation to separate equation and again combined equation. Means this method includes two methods of finding or two examples of separating equation and again finding combined equation. Okay, you can follow this method also, or you can directly without finding separate equations their slopes. Here slope of no any line is found, only sum of slopes m1 plus m2 is used and m1 m2 is used. So that is the second way to find the same answer. Okay, let us these two methods can be used for state board exam. Whenever this example will be asked for 3 or 4 marks, at least 2 marks, for 2 marks that will be asked. For MSTCET, if the same example is asked and if suppose different options are there, then how to find the answer within 5 seconds. Okay, let us learn the trick related to that. We will take here some examples. The answer related to this question, here we get 3x square plus 8xy plus 3y square equal to 0. The answer of this you can directly write it as 3x square plus 2xy minus 3y square. The answer of this question using this we get 4x square plus 5xy plus y square equal to 0. How can I write the answer directly? It's very easy to remember. So here is 5. What to do? First, change the numbers or coefficients of x and y without changing their sign. Without changing their sign. For example, I will write here. No. Without changing signs mean here 3. Sorry, here is 5, not 3. Here 3 and 5 are interchanged. Here 3 and 5 are interchanged. But the sign of x square is positive, y square is positive. The sign of x square is positive, sign of y square is negative. So it is as it is. So don't change the signs of x square and y square terms. First remember that. Without changing sign, only change the number means coefficients of that x square and y square. Okay, that will occur in every step. Here 4 is here and 1 is here. Okay, that is the first point. Now second point, whenever the signs of both x square and y square are same, means positive positive. If these are same, then change the sign of middle term. If it is negative, make it positive. Here the signs are different. Positive, negative, different, so the sign is same. Means whenever signs of x square and y square are same, change the sign of middle term. If the signs are different, don't change the sign of middle term. Okay, here signs are same, so no change in the sign here. So it is negative. So whenever if suppose minus x square plus 5xy minus 4y square equal to 0 is given. For example, suppose this. Then here the signs of both terms are negative, so don't change their signs, only change the numbers. So we get 4x square and here minus y square. What about middle term? As these two signs are same, so change this. That will be minus 5xy. And now again you can change the signs of all terms, minus plus plus plus. So 4x square plus 5xy plus y square. Or instead of changing the sign of this equation, we get x square minus 5xy plus 4y square equal to 0. That is the same. Then we get the answer this. Okay. So here minus sign and both are positive, so this one will be positive, not negative. Okay. So that is the trick you can use while solving this example in CET exam. Okay, let us move towards the next one, that is example number 3. Now see these lines, pair of lines are given. These are 4 examples. In this case, one first term is not given, so it is 0 x square. So use the same result or a trick. Change the coefficients of x and y. So we get here x square, because coefficient of y square is 1. So it becomes 1 into x square, and here 0 into y square equal to 0. But as the both signs are positive, means same, so change this. It will be minus xy. So the equation will be x square minus xy equal to 0. So the whenever xy plus y square is given, it's combined equation of lines which are perpendicular to the lines given by this is x square minus xy. Now here also this is x square is given, so give this coefficient to y square. Obviously the coefficient of x square will become 0, because here is 0 y square. So the perpendicular lines will be x square coefficient will get cancelled. Here both are positive, same, so change. So we get 4xy, and this coefficient will come here plus 3x square equal to 0. Okay, you can changing the terms again. Here again, here y square term is absent, so it is 0 y square. Now both are same, so change this middle, we give this coefficient to y square. So it is minus 17xy plus 5x square equal to 0. You can write it as 5x square minus 17xy. Okay, and the last one, once again here x square term is absent, it means 0 times x square is there, and here negative sign is given. Change the coefficients, so we get 2x square. Both are positive, same, so change this, plus 7xy equal to 0. You can check your answers by finding the actual perpendicular lines and their combined equation. The answers will be these. Okay, let us see the next one. In this example, find k if the sum of the slopes of the lines represented by this equation is twice their product. Means sum is twice the product. Okay, let us see the solution. Let m1 and m2 be the slopes of lines given by x square plus kxy minus 3y square equal to 0. Therefore, m1 plus m2 is equal to minus 2h upon b. Before that, you can compare this equation with ax square plus 2hxy plus by square equal to 0. So that you get value of a is equal to 1, 2h equal to k, and b equal to minus 3. So using those values, now this k is nothing but 2h, so minus 2h is minus k, b is minus 3, so it is equal to k upon 3. Okay, and m1 m2 is nothing but a upon b. A is 1 and b is minus 3. Therefore, by given condition, what is the condition? Condition is the sum of the slopes is twice their product. Therefore, by the given condition, m1 plus m2 is equal to 2 times the product, that is 2 into m1 m2. That condition is given. So put these values in this equation. From equation 1 you can give numbers 2 and 3. From 1 to 3, or using the values of 1 and 2 in equation 3, we get from first, second and third, we get m1 plus m2 is k by 3 is equal to 2 times m1 m2 is 1 by 3 into minus 1 by 3. So these 3 at the denominator get cancelled, remains k is equal to -2. So that is the unknown k. Find k, that is asked here. Okay, it's very simple. Just use the formula of sum of slopes and product of slopes and the given condition. You get the answer. Let us solve example number 4. Find k if slope of one of the lines given by this equation exceeds the slope of the other by 8. Means slope of one line is more than the slope of second line by 8. For that, we will suppose their slopes first. Let m1 and m2 be the slopes of two lines given by this kx square plus 4xy minus y square equal to 0. Therefore, m1 plus m2 is equal to, the formula for m1 plus m2 is minus 2h upon b. Comparing the given equation with ax square plus 2hx square plus by square equal to 0, we get a equal to k, 2h equal to 4 and b equal to minus 1. So minus 2h, 4 is nothing but 2h. So minus 2h is nothing but minus 4 upon b, that is minus 1. Okay, so it will be 4. So sum of slopes is 4. And what is another formula? That is product of slopes. m1 m2 is equal to a upon b. A is here k and b is minus 1. So it is minus k. Okay. So these are sum and product. But from given condition, what is condition? It is not given like previous example that sum is the double or sum is the half or it is thrice, etc. Not given. Here the one slope is more than second slope by 8. So by given condition, m1, which one is one of the lines means we don't know, the first line will be slope m1, will have slope m1 or m2. We can take any one. So for instance, we are considering that m1 is more than this m2 by 8. So m1 equal to m2 plus 8. It means the actual, that is nothing but the difference of slopes. That is either m1 m2 or m2 m1, m2 minus m1. Difference will be m1 minus m2 or m2 minus m1. That difference is nothing but 8. So previous example is given like that. This difference of slopes of two lines is, I think, 4. It is given there. So it is similar example. Now we have m1 plus m2 equal to 4, m1 m2 equal to minus k, and m1 minus m2 equal to 8. So at this stage now we can use the identity relation between m1 plus m2 and m1 minus m2. That relation is, since we know that m1 plus m2 bracket square is equal to, or m1 plus m2 bracket square minus 4 times m1 m2 is equal to m1 minus m2 bracket square. We know that identity because this gives us m1 square plus m2 square plus twice m1 m2. This plus m1 twice m1 m2 and minus 4 times m1 m2 gives us minus twice m1 m2. It will use this m1 minus m2 bracket square. Therefore, now use these three values plus product and difference in this identity. So we get m1 plus m2 equal to 4. So 4 square minus 4 times m1 m2 means 4 into minus k, and this is equal to m1 minus m2, that is equal to 8. So 8 square. Therefore 60 plus 4k is equal to 64. Therefore cancel 4 from each, we get 4 plus k is equal to 16. Therefore k is equal to 16 minus 4, that is equal to 12. So that will be the value of unknown k here. Okay, understood? Now we will move towards the next example number 5. If one of the lines given by x square plus 2hx square plus by square equal to 0 is perpendicular to this line passing through origin, then show that this condition is looking very difficult, but it's very simple. We can obtain the answer within 1 minute because the equation is given, its auxiliary equation is bm square plus 2hm plus a equal to 0. This line, slope of this line is minus p by q. The line perpendicular to this, its slope is q by p. So put this slope here, we get b into q by p bracket square plus 2h q by p plus a equal to 0, multiplying each term by p square, we get bq square plus 2h pq plus a p square equal to 0. That is the answer. Since the equation of pair of lines is ax square plus 2hxy plus dy square equal to 0, this is given first equation. Okay. Now this given line is this, the slope of given line px plus qy equal to 0 is minus p by q. Therefore the slope of the line, slope of one of the line perpendicular to, suppose this as second equation, then slope of one of the line perpendicular to second line is slope of the line perpendicular to second is minus p upon q, is perpendicular, slope of perpendicular line is q by p. Here that is equal to, let n say. Here auxiliary equation of equation 1 or auxiliary equation of pair of lines is bm square plus 2hn plus a equal to 0. So it is b into m is q by p, m square is q square p square plus 2hm is q by p plus a equal to 0. Okay. So now multiply each term by p square, you get bq square plus multiplying by p square, 1 p get cancel, remains here p, so 2h pq plus multiplying this by p, you get a p square equal to 0, and this is the same, a p square here and bq square here, 2h pq is here. So we get the result ap square plus 2h pq plus bq square equal to 0. Okay, that's the solution. Now see this is the sixth example. Find the combined equation of pair of lines passing through origin and making an equilateral triangle. Making an equilateral triangle with the line y equal to 3. Line is given and we have to find the combined equation of lines which are making equilateral triangle with that line y equal to 3. Let us draw one rough figure here. This example is also very easy. Y equal to 3, you know the line y equal to 3. This is x-axis, this is y-axis. Then we have to draw an equilateral triangle of which one side is y equal to 3 and the remaining two sides passes through origin. So this is the equilateral triangle. Okay, one vertex will be obviously origin O. Let's suppose this as A, this as B. So we get lines OA and OB. And this line y equal to 3. This forms equilateral triangle. So obviously the angle here will be 60 degree because formation of equilateral triangle is there. So each angle will be as measure 60. This y equal to 3 is perpendicular to y axis, so this 90. So this will be 30 degree. This angle has measure 30 degree. This angle has also measure 30 degree. So this line OA has inclination obviously from this. We can write its inclination as 60 degree. So inclination of line OA is 60 and it passes through origin, and the inclination of line OB, this inclination is obviously 90 plus 30, that is 120. So there are two lines. One has inclination 60 degree, another has inclination 120, and we have to find their combined equation. Okay, is it clear from figure? Now let us write the solution. Let two lines passing through origin make an equilateral triangle with y equal to 3 as shown in figure. Therefore, line OA and OB are those lines having inclinations 60 degree and 120 degree. These are the inclinations. Inclinations means the angles made by that line with positive direction of x-axis. Both angles are positive. This is positive 60 degree and this is positive 120 degree. So those are theta, and from those theta or inclinations we can find their tangent ratio, that is nothing but the slopes of those two lines. Therefore, their slopes are tan theta means tan 60 and tan 120 degree. That is, tan 60 is root 3, that is m1. Therefore, their slopes m1 equal to tan root 3 and m2 is equal, that is minus root 3. So these are the slopes of two lines. But as lines pass through origin, therefore their equations y equal to m1x and y equal to m2x. What is m1? m1 is root 3, so line will be y equal to root 3x, and second line is y equal to minus root 3x. Therefore their combined equation is, therefore their combined equation is this y equal to root 3x is nothing but root 3x minus y equal to 0, and this is nothing but root 3x plus y equal to 0. Therefore their combined equation is root 3x plus 1 into root 3x minus y equal to 0. It is like a plus b into a minus b. Therefore it is a square minus b square, that is root 3x bracket square minus y square equal to 0, and it is nothing but 3x square minus y square equal to 0. Okay, answer is 3x square minus y square equal to 0. So remember this answer, because if the question is changed, means in this question if only this equation will be changed. It will be either y equal to 3 or y equal to 13 or y equal to minus 10. There is no effect on the answer. The answer will be same. Okay, because as the distance of line increases, the size of triangle will increase, but the answer will remain the same. If you take y equal to 2 or y equal to 3, no problem. The size of triangle will get reduced, but the answers will be the same. Okay, so this one is example number 6. This one is the last example from exercise. Example number 7. If one of the lines given by this combined equation bisects an angle between coordinate axes, then show that a plus b bracket square equal to 4h square. Let us start with this combined equation. The combined equation of pair of lines passing through origin is ax square plus 2hxy plus by square equal to 0. That is given here. Okay. And one of the lines bisects an angle between coordinate axes. You know the line which bisects coordinate axis. This is the line which bisects coordinate axis. You can draw the small rough figure here. So this line is bisector of this coordinate axis, and this equation is obviously y equal to x. You must know the equation of line which bisects the coordinate axis, that is y equal to x, because every point has same coordinates. Again there is another line which is also the bisector of coordinate axis, positive x and negative x and positive y, positive x and negative y. This line is also bisector, and its equation is y equal to minus x. So out of these two lines, one of the line is, out of these two lines, one of the line is either y equal to x or y equal to minus x. We don't know which one is one of these two lines. So we can take either y equal to x or y equal to minus x. One can take y equal to x, you will get the same result, and if you take y equal to minus x, then also you will get the same results. Okay, so let y equal to x be one of the lines given by 1. Equation 1. In this equation there are two lines, and out of those two lines y equal to x be one of those two lines. Therefore you can put y equal to x in this equation, or you can put y equal to y upon x equal to 1, because the slope of this line is, if y equal to x, its slope m equal to 1. If you choose this line, then its slope is y is equal to minus 1. Here the slope of y equal to x is 1, m equal to 1. Or in another way, you can put y equal to x in this equation, you will get the same result. Y equal to x is m equal to 1. I will solve that second method also. We will see that second method also. Here the slope of y equal to x is m equal to 1. Therefore, putting m equal to 1 in the auxiliary equation. Whenever you will find slope, write auxiliary equation. Auxiliary equation of equation 1 or pair of lines. Therefore, bm square plus 2hn plus a equal to 0 implies b into 1 square plus 2h into 1 plus a equal to 0, which implies this is a plus b plus 2h equal to 0. Therefore, which implies a plus b is equal to minus 2h, and squaring both sides we get a plus b bracket square equal to 4h square. That is the required result. A plus b bracket square equal to 4h square. Okay, this is one of the method. If you use y equal to minus 1, what will happen? The value of m will be minus 1. Okay, let us see that second answer. Y equal to minus x, then slope will be minus 1. Put the value of m equal to minus 1. We get here minus sign. Here is positive because minus 1 square is plus 1. This becomes here positive, and if you square, then you get the same result. Okay. Now see the another method. In another method, what we will do? We will put directly y equal to x in this. Why this so? Because this line is one of the lines of these two. Means this line is a part of this curve or locus. Let us see one example. If we take line, then this point is part of that line. Then the point is part of line. Whenever point is part of line, obviously this P is one of the points of line L, because line L is formed by these points. So if P is point P is one of the point of this line L, then this point P satisfies equation of line. At that time we use or we put the coordinates of this point in the equation of line, and it satisfies that equation. In the same way, what is happening here? Here, out of two lines, now out of two lines, now one of the lines is given. This is y equal to x, and both these lines form equation ax square plus 2hxy plus by square equal to 0. Means this is the equation of this locus, and its part is given y equal to x. Similarly, point is part of line, one line is part of pair of lines. Okay, so the similar situation is given in such examples. Whenever if one of the lines is in that example is given, then you can think in this way. So what we can do, as we are using the coordinates of point P in this line or putting the coordinates of point P in the line, put the value of y equal to x in this equation in the similar way. So putting y equal to x in this equation, we get ax square plus 2hx, and value of y will be x, plus b, value of y is x, so it's square. So this implies x square, x into x, and x square is here. In each term there is x square. So take that x square common. A plus 2h plus b equal to 0. But as the equation y equal to x is given, it is the bisector of this. So x will never be 0. X square is not 0, which implies actually one point y equal to x is given. So x is not equal to 0, therefore a plus 2h plus b equal to 0. Or if x equal to 0, then it will be the factor of these two equations. Another factor is obviously x equal to 0, but it's a particular case. Therefore, this we get same a plus b equal to minus 2h implies a plus b square equal to 4h square. We get the same result. Okay, that is the another method. Okay, so these are few examples related to theorem 1, 2, 3, auxiliary equation, sum of slopes, and some few examples are there based on the nature of lines. We will see those examples in next our lecture, because actually while learning that nature of lines, we have solved I think few examples related to each case. Okay, so I think this much is enough for today. We will meet in our next lecture. Okay?